Hey guys, Rosh here. I went on to the PTR this morning whilst the live servers were down. As you can see, it's 6 in the morning here, but I was awake and thought I might as well make a video, and so I made this beautiful voiceover whilst recording this video, only to find out once I had finished recording it all that I had the push to talk key set up for Fraps, so it didn't capture any of my voice at all. But I thought we'd at least go and take a look at the PTR while I voice over the video, which is what I'm doing now. So you pick up a quest for the Darkmoon Faire in Stormwind, just outside the auction house, and you can either get teleported for 30 silver, or you can fly over to Elwyn Forest, but you go to where it used to be, and the same thing is true for Mulgore whenever it's in Mulgore, and you can use the portal to the Darkmoon Faire. Now this is a very nice zone. It's definitely got the full style of the carnival atmosphere, a very creepy style, very nice music, very nice visuals with a bit of goblin style added in. I love the purple fog, it looks really nice. I was probably a bit yes, I must apologise. I would have been a lot funnier if it had actually recorded what I was saying at the time, because I was kind of shocked by a lot of it. But the problem is, this is my first look at it, and I couldn't really go back and do it again. First of all, because the server just went down, and secondly because well, the novelty of doing it for the first time is kind of lost on me now. But I'll attempt to be as humorous as possible. Yes, I was commenting on the video about how it was a sanctuary zone, and that poor orc lying on the ground there obviously didn't get the memo. So there's a lot of quests around here. This is the first one. You pick up tokens from guys around here, as well as a Darkmoon Adventures guide, which allows you to find archaeological stuff in dungeons and so on, which is pretty nice. So test your strength from the strongest woman alive. I'm pretty sure I said something wittier about it at the time, but yeah, balls to it, I've lost that. Making videos can be such a pain in the arse sometimes. They take up, like, every time you watch like a 15-minute video on YouTube, understand that it probably took the guy, 2 to 3 hours to make it, because he recorded it, he forgot to record something, and oh, it just all went downhill. So yeah, there's a cooking daily for this area, just like there is in all the major cities. I screw around here for a little while, trying to work out exactly what it wanted me to do, until I realised that it's requiring me to go back to the vendors in Elwyn Forest. And well, I'm here to show you the Darkmoon Faire, not Elwyn Forest. So kind of not a lot of point in this area of the video. So yeah, here is the Steam Tonk minigame. I've accelerated forward to it. Interested in a pint, because there's nothing safer than driving a Steam Tonk whilst completely blitzed on beer, the Dwarven way. So you need to pick up tokens to play this. So here is me, I didn't read the quest text because I'm an idiot, and so here's me thinking that the Steam Tonk must be somewhere in this area here, whereas he was actually going, "You're a penniless git, go buy some tokens." So after I bum around, have no idea exactly what I'm doing, I go and look how thick I am here. So you buy these tokens in pouches. You can buy a small cheap, oh yes, they teleport you out if you jump around the game area, so that's not how to play. I need to read my mini-map more. Can't believe it took me so long to work out what he was asking me to do. So I just buy one of the bigger sacks of tokens. 1 gold, 92 silver gives you 20 tokens, which is good for, well, it's good for all the games I played in this video. I didn't have to go back and get more. Come on, little thick player. Come on.
With you.
Oh, good lord. See, this is the thing, it seemed perfectly normal at the time. Now I look completely thick whenever I'm looking back on it. Yeah, if you're recording a video, never forget to check your audio options before you hit record. Either way, the quest here is just to blow up a couple of these targets, but you can shoot each other during it, which is also a hell of a lot of fun. Though mind you, nifty as the little game is, I think it's kind of slightly weaker than the just playing around with these in one of the major cities, especially if you have the airship version of this. I played with the airship version in Zul'Gurub whilst our healer was AFK for over 30 minutes with a friend, and yeah, that was fun. Probably a bit more fun than this. Also, I guess it might be lag because the PTR is located in America, but the shots I was firing were going off. Like, look at that one, it went behind me. They kind of go off at weird angles. And of course, the usual carnival style, you have to pay like 3 or 4 bloody tokens to complete the quest. Bloody carnies. So the targeting seems a bit weird on it. I'd say the PTR is pretty busy with players, but it'll be interesting to see how many might appear on live, especially on a server like mine, like Anachronis, which is certainly not the highest population server in the world. And then of course there's the other downside to these little battles. Someone can shoot you and kill you. And at 29 out of 30 targets destroyed as well. Yeah, these carny folk like taking my money. Either way, if you're going to pay for another full game, you might as well, you know, shoot some people while you're at it. So I think some of these were NPCs, some of them are players. You can mouse over the Steam Tonk that will tell you if it's a player or not, but I was a bit too busy driving. I didn't know exactly what the mark debuff is. I think it's probably some sort of NPC airship like that is able to target you if you get it. The shots are still kind of weird on this mini game, but oh well. So as you can see, you get 1 minute to do it, which means you can do it fairly quickly. So I hand in the quest and pick up some Darkmoon tokens, and these Faire tokens can be used to purchase heirloom gear, a couple of different mounts, a variety of very nice, interesting things. So let's try another of the games here. Now this game was a bit easier to learn, but in the end, oh yes, the priest who decided to go shooting with inner focus on, very important. I don't know why I kept forgetting that I can just ask him to play. Either way, I go shooting, but I shoot sort of blindly for a little while, not really knowing what I'm doing, until I realise that the mark over the target is the one you're supposed to be shooting at. It's a little bit slow at re-showing the mark, sadly. So whilst the game in principle is kind of fun, it felt a bit slow and laboured for 25 targets hit. Well, I might as well talk about something else rather than what I talked about in the original video now that I'm watching this. A few people on the PTR. As you can see, the pre-mates usually come in with roughly 378 gear. A couple of the older pre-mates like that priest still have the 359 gear from the last cycle. So when they were sulphurous. I don't know if that's a copied character or not, because Sulfurous is, I don't know if you're given Sulfurous on your premiums. So I have to pay another game. I suppose you're talking about roughly, let's do the math here, about 10 silver per game, which isn't too bad. 9 silver. As you can see, I've got my full transmogrification set on at the moment. It's the tier 1 warrior lookalike set from the dungeons in Burning Crusade. All the items can be farmed up from normal dungeons except for, I think, the helm and the shoulders, which are drops from one of the heroics. So we completed this. So let's hand in the quest, getting a couple of prize tokens. Right, this is an interesting one. This seems to be a profession daily, which is going to be very good for those that don't have the money to pay to level alts. To level alts professions, because they can be quite expensive, especially near the end.
What can I do for you?
As you saw there, the skybox they're using is actually the skybox from Zul'Drak in Northrend. Oh yes, I think that was a fishing daily we went past, and so I decided that the only thing we could do is try and kill the fisherman with Death and Decay. Now this is a fun one. It's launching yourself through a target. Now the first time I did it, I didn't realise quite how good the glide buff you get on this is, so I'm going to overshoot the target by a mile. So there's the target we're supposed to land in, and fail. Yeah, I'm quite bad at this. There's someone else that was so bad at it they decided they just couldn't take life anymore. This is a bit where I jump up and down until I realise, wait a second, I'm a DK. I've got Path of Frost. So let's go find that in the spell book. Yeah, you'd be surprised, you don't really need Path of Frost on your bars when you're testing PTR raid content. Who would have thought? The fireworks of failure. Oh yes, this is the new mount, and there's also the portals back to Elven Forest and Mulgore there. This is one of the new mounts you can buy. Reminds me of the mount guys used to fight back in Darkshore. And this is a big PvP zone where you can get a special trinket, and as you can see, a lot of PvPers there. In fact, my frame rate just plummeted. So I thought, you know, I might as well go in and fight someone. It's not like I'm in my full PvE gear. With fully PvP gear people in there. Oh, a rogue. Yeah. So of course I didn't actually even get my PvP bars up, which means I don't have necrotic strike on the bars. So let me see. Yeah, look at that recuperate healing. Fucking rogues. No wonder they're hated by the world. And I managed, of course, to hold down control or something and change my bars, and yeah. Best DKEU. So yeah, round 2. At least the spirit, the guardian spirit is right around the corner. So I decide, wow, I might as well try a bit of PvP. Of course I replaced the wrong ability, which I realise in a second. I usually stick my necrotic strike on E and just use it there. Obliterate isn't really used in Frost PvP. What you want to do is generally you want to get yourself a nice two-handed weapon and spam Howling Blast, Necrotic Strike, especially on healers in Arena, and then use your killing machines and stored up runic power on Frost Strikes. If you enchant your cloak with spell penetration, it means your Frost Strikes just cut through enemy spell they're here like butter. So I've eaten up, I'm ready to go. Time to see how this goes. So I start focusing on the paladin until I realise, wait a second, that's a mage. And we all know frost mages are rather large amounts of threat. So he freezes me and oh, Windman lol. Oh dear. Yeah, rogues guys, rogues. You can't argue with that sentiment. So, yeah, I died. And then the worst thing about it is I don't know if there's something I was missing, or I don't know, but if you die in the center like I did, you can't reach your corpse and you can't access the gate to get in. I decided it wasn't really worth my while screwing about, especially considering, as you can see in the bottom left corner, the server is about to be shut down. So they've got under construction areas. I thought I'd look at the steam tank daily and give a go at completing it. I haven't actually found any of the steam tanks yet, but as I recall, I'm going to find a couple in a moment. They're actually fairly obvious when you know what you're looking for. I was just running past and I saw one, yeah, right here beside the steam tank area. So just using my engineering skill on it. It's one of your standard, you know, quests. We've seen them all a million times before. And there's quite a few people on the PTR at the moment for 6 in the morning. Though, despite the fact I play on the Brill, which is the European testing server, a lot of Americans actually still play on it. Though, mind you, I suppose it would be 10 in the evening if you're in on the Pacific coast. It'd be getting reasonably late on at night for those on the eastern coast. So a lot of steam tanks in this little area here. So we'll finish off this quest. So as well as getting engineering skill ups, you also get a couple of tokens, which is useful, to say the least. So let's go hand it into this guy. And give the cannon another go.
Hey. Very well then.
So all in all, the island is pretty interesting. It's pretty nifty games. It'll certainly keep a few people entertained, though in all fairness, I don't know how long it will keep them entertained. Look at this. This is injustice at its best. I get 3 points out of 5 for a perfect hit. It's like, yeah, they're taking their years. I managed still not to put Path of Frost actually onto my bars after last time I'm in the water. Yeah, it takes me a while to get anywhere. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I think this is roughly the point where I thought to myself, wait a second, has this been recording properly? I was going to go and finish up the jumping thing for you, but you've seen it already. There's nothing more to really see. You got your standard ogres that walk around the area. Very important for Darkmoon Faire. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll continue to release more content as the weeks go on, and of course, as I said in the Heroic Ragnaros video, I'll be releasing full stuff for patch 4.3. See you later, guys.